CM Punk is apparently off WWE TV because creative doesn't have any plans for him. But you know who does? This guy. Hello, my name is George and welcome to my fantasy booking series, and today we're looking at 5 different opponents for CM Punk at SummerSlam. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more fantasy booking like this one, and let me know in the comments who you think I should do next. With that being said, let's get into it. Option 1, the rematch. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, World Heavyweight Championship. Likelihood? Maybe. Right now it looks like Roman Reigns will be champion for the summer and there's no real opponent for him to verse. So running back the arguably best WrestleMania main event that we've had in years in CM Punk versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam isn't a bad option, and honestly I would be okay with this. Punk should get his rematch when he returns at some stage, and we could have ourselves the best SummerSlam main event of all time if we run back the WrestleMania main event between CM Punk and Roman Reigns. The biggest con I feel about this match is that it does kind of feel lazy just to run it back exactly what we just had, and especially because Punk has had time off. He hasn't done anything in that time apart from have a chat with Cody. So if he does return and we get this, I'd be down for it, but I'd also be like, well, could we not have done anything else differently? So yes, it does kind of feel lazy. I am putting it in the likelihood of maybe, because you never know. Option 2, breaking the best. CM Punk versus Bron Breakker. I'm putting this in the likelihood of definitely on the cards. Why? It's a rematch of their world title match from earlier in the year, which was actually a really good match on Monday Night Raw. I could see Punk coming out when he returns and saying that he wants to become world champion and reclaim his title. But who comes in his way? Bron Breakker. Now, why does Bron Breakker get in Punk's way? Well, we know that Punk beat him clean on that episode of Raw for the world title, and Bron, I feel like after his feud with Seth, will want to go towards that world title, but who's in his way is CM Punk. Bron having issues with Punk kind of makes sense because Punk did beat him clean, so why not set this up at SummerSlam and have it in some sort of match like a street fight? I think that would be pretty cool. I'd be okay if this happened, especially if it did have a stipulation, and it makes sense to some extent. Do I think there's a better match for CM Punk at SummerSlam? Kind of. I do like the idea of him versing Bron, but I do feel like if they do verse each other at SummerSlam, Bron should go over to establish himself as the next. So, I kind of like the fact that Punk should win a match too. Like I said, I definitely think this could be on the cards for WWE to put on at SummerSlam. Having Seth move on from the Vision storyline and inserting Punk in it. Does it feel kind of lazy? I don't know. But I really did like the match that they had on that Raw episode. And if we ran it back to help Bron progress to that main event scene, I wouldn't be particularly mad. Option 3. Hell freezes over. CM Punk and Seth Rollins versus Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed for the WWE World Tag Team Championship. What the hell am I thinking here? This is by far the craziest prediction that I've put on for this show. And just hear me out here. The likelihood of this happening is probably not, but it would break the internet if it did. Punk returns and gets caught up in the Vision storyline. And who else is in that Vision storyline with no friends around him at the moment? Seth freaking Rollins. So why make these two guys that hate each other a tag team? Well, we know that TKO hasn't really put much effort and much thought into the tag team division as of late, with the releases of Motor City Machine Guns, the New Day leaves, and now we're having these single stars becoming tag teams like your Damian Priest and R-Truth, The Miz and Kit Wilson, and honestly, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, kind of single stars in their own right, are now a tag team and the tag team champions. So I wouldn't rule it out. I'm not putting it past WWE to actually go ahead with this match, because imagine the viral moment that we would get at SummerSlam, CM Punk and Seth Rollins becoming the tag team champions, somehow coexisting, hell freezes over again. It would go crazy. It would attract so many new viewers and put a lot of eyes on the tag team division in Raw, especially if Roman's too busy in that main event. It would help the whole show. Do I want to see it? I don't know if I actually want to see this, because I like the guys on their own in that main event, but this would just go crazy if it happened, right? So is this ridiculous? Maybe. But can I see it happening? I don't know. I feel like we could get it. Option 4, Samoan Goblins. CM Punk versus Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns, World Heavyweight Championship. And I'm putting this in the likelihood of it would be good. In a crazy turn of events, somehow we have Jacob Fatu dethroning Roman Reigns at Clash in Italy and becoming the new head of the table. CM Punk then returns and sets his sights on reclaiming his World Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns also appears and says that he wants to reclaim his World Heavyweight Championship. So boom, we have ourselves a triple threat as the main event of SummerSlam. And honestly, I'm kind of down for this. CM Punk has to be in the main event, right? Roman Reigns also has to be in the main event, right? And in a world where Jacob becomes the World Heavyweight Champion at Clash in Italy would suddenly make this whole feud so much more interesting. Because right now I feel like we all are expecting Roman to just stay as champion throughout the summer and have quite a long reign. I love the unpredictability that we would get if Jacob Fatu becomes the World Heavyweight Champion. If we get CM Punk returning into this feud, it would be so cool to see him getting into the head of Fatu and Reigns and saying, who's the real head of the table? Who's the real tribal chief? I would love it. It would be so compelling to watch, and over the summer, I would be so down to have this feud. So yeah, I'm definitely putting this in the category of I could see it happening. Would you like to see it happen? Let me know, because I think this is probably the likelihood of what we are getting at SummerSlam now. Option 5, easy to find, hard to beat. CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. I'm putting this in the likelihood of I could definitely see it happening. I think that WWE is definitely toying with this match right now. We know it is the rumored main event of WrestleMania 43 in Saudi, but the way with attendances and how the ratings have gone and how SmackDown's main event scene has been going on the downhill for quite a while, do I see WWE pulling the trigger on this match early? Yes, I definitely do see them pulling it early. How I would go about doing this: CM Punk switches brands upon his returns and moves to Friday Night SmackDown, where he finds Cody and says that he wants him at SummerSlam. Boom, there it is. This feud is kind of like a slam dunk, right? We had both these guys have similar paths where they left WWE, they did their own thing, they went to AEW, and now they're back in WWE, where both have become world champions. And I am so down for this feud to happen. Honestly, I would prefer it to see at WrestleMania. I think a feud of this magnitude is definitely your Mania type of feud. We could also see CM Punk win King of the Ring and challenge Cody. I don't particularly think that he needs to win King of the Ring, because at the end of the day, it is CM Punk. I feel like if he just was to rock up and say, hey, I want you for a title shot, he would probably get it. And with the conversation that him and Cody did have after WrestleMania, I think as soon as CM Punk goes, hello, I want a shot, he's getting one. So yes, I'm putting this match in the likelihood of I could definitely see it happening. Let me know what you think about it as well. So that's it for my fantasy booking of CM Punk at SummerSlam with 5 different options for his opponents. Let me know what you think is the best one and which one you want to see in the comments below. And if you liked that video, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more wrestling content.